Hey everyone, I'm live streaming tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube, so check it out. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get spooked. Now back to the video. Just give me a sec. Alright, one sec. Ah, shit. I just took a shot of unbranded tequila. This is what my fucking life has come to. Oh my god. Fuck you, Konami. Hello everyone, it's me Goose. How you doing? Listen, I'm just gonna get the pretense out there. This video, I don't want anybody bitching about how there's no point to this video or anything at all. This is the ramblings of a semi-drunk man talking about how he misses PT, aka the Silent Hills Project, aka the love child of possibly the greatest horror project never made. And it's just my sorrows given to you. So if I don't want to hear nobody saying like, oh, what's the point of this video? There's no point. All right. I played Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain just recently, and I noticed that there was this Easter egg where there's this radio that talks about the same shit that happens in PT. That like PT trailer where the radio's like, oh, don't touch that dial.
Had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, was 204-863. Receivers called 911 found the father in his car listening to the radio. Several days before the murders, look behind you.
Right? I fucking remembered PT for that brief moment, and it brought immense sorrow to me. And I'm sure me talking about this makes all of you think, oh yeah, same, right? I'm like, am I wrong for missing PT, aka the best thing that ever happened to horror games in like the past 5 years or however long it took for, I don't know, man. It was the best. It was the best. PT innovated what horror could be. Like before PT, the horror wasn't much. Like the king of horror was what, Amnesia? And I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's, was that out before PT, or I don't know, but yeah, I think it is actually. I think it was. Those were the keynotes of what horror was. Like that was what horror should be, I guess. But then PT came out of nowhere. Nobody even knew what it was. It wasn't until somebody live streamed it the day after that we found out, oh, this is a Silent Hills thing. And then everyone was interested, and then everyone started playing it. And then it was this masterpiece. This fucking demo was a masterpiece of horror, and it inspired a ton of different franchises that just like copied off of PT's success. And even Hideo Kojima, when he was asked like, oh, are you guys ever going to do anything similar to Silent Hills? And he said, no, we're never going to do it. You know why? Because people copy the formula of PT and apparently perfected it. But I just don't see perfection when I see games like Layers of Fear that are so heavily inspired by PT. Like that, Layers of Fear is not a bad game. It's a great game. It's a great horror game, and it gets a lot of things right? But when I see that game, I see just an imitator. When I see PT and when I hear about the project, the people behind the project, Guillermo del Toro, the master of monsters, the king of the dark side of horror, fucking Hideo Kojima, Hideo Kojima, the master of insanity, this king of weirdos. He does everything. He is innovation. Kojima is innovation. He could have made something much more of a game. Like he could have made this game more than what it was supposed to be. Fucking Silent Hills horror game, he said? Fuck that. I'll just make it into this weird thing where you have to do weird shit, just like in Metal Gear Solid, where you have to unplug your controller and plug it into the second port to defeat Psycho Mantis. That kind of shit could have been implemented to a Silent Hills game. And don't even get me started on the artist that was involved in the project, who was this master of manga. Now his name escapes me right now, but he is this master of horror when it comes to manga and he was a part of this project. I'm sorry that I don't remember his name, but it should be up on screen right now. He was just fantastic for the project. He could have brought something visually incredible. So we got master of monsters, master of horror manga, and master of just insanity itself. Put that all together in this melting pot of just horrific stew that could have been something great, but no, fucking Konami thinks, no, we're not gonna spend a fucking dime on that anymore. You hired this grand actor for your stupid Metal Gear project. We're not gonna deal with that shit anymore. You're fired. Get the fuck out. We're making it into a pachinko game. Fuck you. Oh boy, and nobody liked it. I mean, okay, fucking salarymen in Japan loved it, because I'm sure after they got off of work thinking about killing themselves, they wanted to play some Silent Hill 3 pachinko, and they just went ahead and just like poured money all over that piece of shit, not even thinking about the economy that they're starting to influence. Oh, well, I guess they liked fucking Silent Hill pachinko. We're just gonna make Metal Gear Solid pachinko. Great. Now this is the next big thing. We're not gonna remake Metal Gear Solid 3. What are you, fucking stupid? We're just gonna remake the cutscenes, make them look good as shit, and make it into a pachinko game. And then afterwards, they're just gonna make pachinko games over and over. But you know what? That's a fucking slap on the face again. Here comes a new Metal Gear Solid game called Metal Gear Survival, and nobody asked for that. And it's this dumb, stupid game that's like, it's just a survival thing with zombies, and Kojima hates it. Nobody likes it. Nobody asked for it. Some people played it and they were like, it's okay. Young Yi, he played that game and he was like, it's okay. And he's like the biggest Metal Gear Solid fan, but he's like, it's kind of empty and nobody wants it. It's just a piece of shit. But back to PT, back to Silent Hills. What a brilliant thing. I was talking about this with my girlfriend the other day, how that was a masterpiece. It just gets me so depressed when I see good horror crushed and killed. I think, fuck that. Fuck everything, man. When I saw that movie, Sinister, when I saw the intro to Sinister and how brilliant that was, I was hooked. But then I found out that it was some dumb shit about paranormal stuff and it was bad, and I just got so depressed. And that was the same thing with PT, because there was potential there. There was a potential. There was a team of masterminds. The trio, the unholy trinity of master, probably even more. There was probably fucking the original. Again, sorry about the name. I forget his name. I think it was like Akira something. But I think the original soundtrack artist of the original, Silent Hill 3 soundtrack, I think he was involved in the project too. He would have added a lot to the fucking project too, because his music is masterful. It's amazing. It's incredible. And it stopped. It stopped because of shit that Konami didn't want to deal with. Like, come on, how are you gonna do this to us? It's a crime what they did. They killed a piece of art, a masterpiece that was right there. They could have grasped it. They had something right there. They had like the fucking forbidden fruit, and you know what they did? Instead of eating the forbidden fruit, they fucking crushed it up, fucking mashed it up, made it into apple pie. They ate it, they spat on it on the Garden of Eden, and they said, God, look at this atrocity we made. Get us the fuck out of here, because we don't want to be here anymore. Fuck you, Konami. That was just, oh fuck. And I hear there's some like rumors, there's some murmurs that it might come back, but no, it's not gonna come back. Death Stranding is Hideo Kojima's next baby, literally. And it's not, he's focused on that right now. We don't even know what the fuck that is. But apparently Guillermo del Toro's on board as an actor or something. I don't know. And Norman, that guy, Norman Reedus is the only way I remember it. Norman Reedus, he's involved again. He was supposed to be in Silent Hills also. Everything. They had a fucking royal flush. They had a royal flush, and they were like, hit me. And then the dude dealing the cards is like, you're not playing the right game. But they're like, oh yeah, but hit me though, because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Fuck you, Konami. You used to be used to be something. You used to be the rivals of like Capcom and Namco, but now you're this joke that nobody even cares about. And the worst part is their whole pachinko plan actually worked out for them. They were making some bank off of it. Not a lot, not as much as I'm sure they would have made if they just continued working on video games. But I'm no analyst, I'm no fucking salesman, I'm no salaryman. I don't know what the fuck they were planning with this shit. That was my phone. Maybe they were doing the right thing to save the company. I don't think the company needed saving. I don't know if there was any sort of financial problems going on, but if there were, then they did the right choice, I guess. But they're coming back to video games, so it's like my mind is exploding. I miss PT. I miss Silent Hills. It was never a thing. They probably had some concept art, maybe they had some gameplay designs they wanted to go with, but no, it was dead on arrival. It was dead on arrival. It was they I don't even know, like, couldn't they have seen Konami? Couldn't they have just seen like how many people were interested in this thing? Just how like the market was scaping around PT? Like, they were making waves. Like, people loved it. People were jealous of it. People who made horror were jealous of this brilliant thing that was coming out. But they just hated Kojima so much that they canned the project and they fired his ass, and they never wanted to complete Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't know what this video is about. I don't know if when I went into this video making and ranting about this shit, I thought it was about Silent Hills, but I'm looking back now and I'm like, is this actually about Konami or Kojima? Like, who am I? It was, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was this thing that could have been more, that could have been something. It would have been out by now, right? If the project was going on, let's say there's like a Universe 6 out there, Universe 7.AB, right? That in that universe, Konami was totally accepting Kojima's ideas. They were like, oh yeah, we'll let you complete Metal Gear Solid 5, take your time. Oh, and also Silent Hills, yeah, we'll keep funding you on this. And that game would have been out by now. When did PT come out? 2014. It's been 3 years since that demo came out. It's been 3 fucking years since that game came out. And it would have been out. I have no doubt in my mind that it would have been out either by this year or by next year, but we would have seen some gameplay at least. We would have seen cutscenes or anything. It would have been great. It would have been fucking great. It would have been the revival of Silent Hill, the revival of something that they needed. Silent Hill 4, it was meh. Silent Hill Homecoming, nobody gave a shit. Silent Hill, the one with the prisoner downpour, nobody gave a shit. It was shit. Nobody liked it. It was bad. They were coming back to its roots. It was being made by a Japanese developer. It was being made by a Mexican horror dude and by a manga artist, and it was like the whole team was back at it again, and they were coming out with something strong. But no, fucking Konami, they start with Konami wanted to just shit on it. They ruined it. It was nothing. It became nothing. It was something. It was just an abortion. It was an abortion. It was like an abortion of ideas. And it just fucking died. And it just died. That's just how the story went. But I'm done ranting. That was my rant. Like I said, y'all gonna complain like, oh, there's no point to this video. Fuck you. There's no point. I told you there was no point. I needed to vent out something. I wanted to make a rant video. I don't give a shit if this doesn't give me views. I don't give a shit. I don't, right? I don't care. I made this for myself. I wanted to just air out the anger and the rage and the depression that I had over this game when I saw that Easter egg in Metal Gear Solid 5. It would have been something. It could have been something. But it's nothing now. And that's fucked up. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like. If you didn't like it, subscribe for more things you don't like. And go to my Patreon. I need money for things, a lot of things actually. Oh, and also, if you stuck around for this part of the video, I need to let you know that I'm going to be streaming this week. I'm not going to be streaming PT because I don't have PT, and you can't even download it anymore. They fucking removed it because they're so spiteful. But whatever, I'll be streaming some other horror games like Resident Evil and maybe something else if I can afford it, but we'll see. I'm doing it for emergency funds, so if you can help me out, my PayPal is down in the description below, so that'd be great. Anyways, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you all next time. I love you all. Goodbye.